everyone. Welcome to Dave's Dishes.
Oh, thanks, Mom. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. I'm sorry it's been a little bit of time. A lot going on with me. I had a great Easter. I had my kids here. My kids from Ohio came. My daughter-in-law, my son, and then my son from Salt Lake came. So it's been just crazy. So I'm sorry I haven't done a video for a while. But tonight I want to do just kind of a vegetarian dish. So it's going to be tofu tacos, but I think I got a really good twist on them, and I think they'll turn out amazing. And if you're looking at my post today, I did do the biscuits made with coconut oil. Oh my gosh, they turned out great. And then I made a blackberry cobbler and put some of that on top of it. It turned out so good. So anyway, come on over, see what I got. So I've got my pan here, and I have about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in here. And I've chopped up some onion, a little bit of garlic, and some mushrooms. And I used chanterelle mushrooms, and I used regular mushrooms. So, and some garlic. So we're just gonna put that in the pan. We're gonna get these going real good. And just kinda, get the mushrooms and the onions kinda roasting in there so they, turn a nice color. We don't wanna burn them, so we wanna keep turning them around. I have my pan down on low, but I did preheat it. So, in this dish, I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. And by a little bit, I mean maybe, a half a teaspoon of salt. Not very much salt at all. But we want to draw the moisture out of the mushrooms and the onions. And just kind of let it go. I wanted to do this live because I wanted you to watch this and see how this turns out. And I did make some ancient grains rice. And we're going to serve that with the taco. Should be really good. And just want to kind of, do this. So I hope everybody's staying safe and hope everybody's getting vaccinated. It's really important. We want to get back to life as normal as we can. I'm fully vaccinated. Yay! As of today, 2 weeks. And I've had both my shots, and my mom and my wife, we've all had our shots, and everybody did good. We had no side effects, so kind of really nice, and I just kind of like that. What I also did is I took a package of tofu, and I used firm tofu, not extra firm. I don't think the extra firm is that great, but I used firm tofu. And I've had it sitting all day, and I put it in a bag and I crumbled it up, and I mixed taco seasoning with it. And so we're gonna put that in here as well. But what we wanna do is really just kind of sweat down the mushrooms. And if you see, they're kind of dwindling down there a little bit. I'm gonna turn it up just a bit. But we wanna keep stirring these because you don't want them to burn. You don't want these to You really don't want these to, be caramelized. You just kind of want to have all the flavors of everything in there. And so what I have in here is I have the mushrooms. You can use however much you'd like. I have about a half of an onion diced up. And I have, 3 cloves of garlic? 3 cloves of garlic in here. So, and that's just finely chopped. And if anybody wants to see a video on how to chop onions and vegetables and julienne them, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to show people easy ways to chop up your vegetables and make it look really good, because these onions are chopped very, very, they're all same size, same consistency, but it was a very easy way to do it. So if you want to find that out. So now they've kind of sweated down, if you've noticed. I want to zoom in here a little bit. They sweated down, and they look pretty good. Like they're meaty. We don't want to put any beef in this because if you're a vegetarian, of course you don't want beef. You don't want any bouillon. So everything in here is very vegetarian friendly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my tofu that I've had soaking, or not soaking, but in the bag, with the taco seasoning, which smells great. I'm just going to put that in here in the pan. Get it all out there. And then I'm just going to kind of make sure there's some bigger pieces still. We want to kind of chop it up to kind of resemble hamburger, but again, it's a vegetarian dish. And I quite like vegetarian food, so I like a good steak, but I also don't mind having vegetarian food. And tofu really gets a bad rap because it really takes on any flavor that you put in it. If you wanted to marinate this in a beef broth, a thicker beef broth, it would taste like beef tacos. But I just chose to do this in a taco seasoning, just because I didn't want really any beef flavor into this. I thought it's kind of a vegetarian dish. We're just gonna keep moving that around. And again, your tofu, I drained this tofu really well. So there wasn't really any moisture in it. So that's why you needed a little bit of olive oil when you cook it, because you don't want it to really to stick to the pan or anything. And I'm using a non-stick pan. But I have a little bit of my taco seasoning here too. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more on there. There's no salt in this taco seasoning, so it's not going to be overly salty or anything like that. There's absolutely zero. There's just a little bit of sugar in there, some cumin, some coriander, just a lot of good stuff, but no salt. So, and when I say sugar, I mean like a teaspoon of sugar, not a lot of sugar. So we get this going, and we just want to make sure with the tofu, it's not the point to cook it. The point is just to heat it up. So you just want to heat it up. And you could do variations of this. You could shred a potato in there. You could put whatever you wanted in there. But I like the mushrooms because the mushrooms kind of remind you of beefy. You know, and a good tip is when you do turkey burgers, if you take turkey because it dries out really good, if you chop up some mushrooms and add them with your turkey, it'll add a lot of moisture into your turkey burgers, and then you'll have really amazing turkey burgers. So it's kind of a good hint. I'm going to just test this now. Just get me a spoon. Just want to make sure it's up to temperature and everything's in there. Perfect. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to turn the heat off and just kind of let that go for a minute. Now, over here, I made some tortillas. These are just flour tortillas. I have some corn ones here for just crispy tacos if you want that. But I'm going to make this in just a flour tortilla. So, what I'm going to do first, put a little bit of sour cream just on the bottom. And just spread that around the tortilla. Then, I'm going to add a little bit of cheese, because I want this to be on the bottom, to kind of hold everything in together. And then we're going to come over to the pan, and we're going to put some filling in there. Really nummy, Make sure we get some mushrooms. I know Grandma likes her mushrooms. And we're gonna take it back over here to the plate. And we're gonna add a little bit of onion. And then a little bit of tomato. Now, if you want to add your favorite hot sauce, you can do that. Grandma doesn't really like hot sauce too much. So we're just going to add the lettuce and everything in there. Now, I know this is a taco, but we're just going to kind of roll it up a little bit like a burrito. Which, not really a burrito, just an open burrito. So what I did is I folded the ends over. Just folded the ends over and then put it like that. So it's still like a taco, but it's kind of folded like a burrito. And then we're gonna come over here. We're gonna get some of these ancient grains. And I've cooked these up. They're so delicious. A little bit of butter, a little bit of salt, just really good stuff. And then, oh, I almost forgot. To make it really good, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of feta cheese over that ancient grain, just to make it extra good, because feta cheese tastes good with everything. Then we're going to put it over here and just have Grandma take a bite of the taco.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna fall apart.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Where should I try it?
Wherever you'd like.
Okay. Very good.
Awesome. All right, everybody. So that's a quick, really good dinner. The older I get, the more I realize maybe we should eat a little bit less meat and eat the vegetables that we have. And tofu is a really good meat substitute. So anyway, thanks for your time. I hope everybody likes and shares and follows on YouTube right down here in the left hand. It really means a lot to me. And I would appreciate it if you share this with your friends. And give me feedback. Go on there and tell me if you like it, if you don't like it. If you don't like what I did, I really need some feedback from you guys. So until next time, stay safe, wear your mask. Love ya.